So, per his knowledge of criminal prosecution procedure, you don't necessarily have to arrest somebody, charge the person before going to court. If you have sufficient evidence that the person has done something untoward, just go to court. So, of course, you don't work with the special prosecutor. You're only commenting on this as an MP, a member of the health committee, and of course an NDC person. The special office or the special prosecutor can be independent, but you express an opinion. Now, do you agree with Kamal that perhaps maybe the office of the special prosecutor is wasting our time? They should just go to court.
Thank you very much. I think Kamal is just helping me to even call on the special prosecutor to stop being so lenient with the former finance minister. Actually, these press conferences and the rest to me, they are just in a way to establish that we've done our best to get him, but he has just refused to come home.
So trigger the next move.
How will Ghanaians feel if the special prosecutor has just gotten up one day, taking a docket to court that I'm coming to prosecute Ken Ofori-Atta because he has committed this crime, and he has not done anything at all to get him to come to Ghana? But why is Ken always sick? Or most of the NPP functionaries who have alleged criminal issues are hanging around their neck, always falling sick when it comes to the call for justice to be meted out, calling them to come to stand before the authorities to answer questions for their alleged involvement in certain criminal activities. What is really wrong with Ken Ofori-Atta? He said from the beginning that he doesn't know where he is. He came again to tell us that his lawyers communicate with him and they are linking up with the special prosecutor.
From what he said,
so you should know where he is. He has lawyers who know where he is.
Can you imagine?
But I blame the special prosecutor for not locating where Ken Ofori-Atta is and telling us. This government and this country has intelligentsia that should be able to locate this man. A black man was able to track the president, even in air, when he was in opposition. Even when he was in the air, he will tell you at which latitude Akufo-Addo was. What prevents the special prosecutor to ensure that he knows where he is? Then if we are to really go for him, we ask for permission from the country he is, like he's saying, wanted, give the location, they go and bring him to Ghana. Health grounds. He was a finance minister. He wanted health to be nice in this country. He would have gotten the best treatment in Ghana as well as he's getting in the US. He abandoned Legon Medical Hospital, phase 2. That would have brought quaternary services to attend to most of the complex diseases in this country, but rather sank money in a cathedral illegally, unlawfully. We've seen the charges that they are holding him to, which every Ghanaian would really wish he can come and answer. If he exonerates himself, I don't have a problem. But for now, the accusations appear to be virtually conclusive that he's actually involved in criminality. He should come and answer. Look, to prosecute somebody in our absentia means you have to do all what you want to get him and fail before you prosecute him. I don't think there's a need for us to prosecute him in our absentia. If he thinks he has done nothing, the previous government in 2021 appointed him, nominated him to become a minister again when he was receiving treatment abroad. The same way, the special prosecutor should list him as a fugitive when he's receiving treatment abroad. Because when it was good for him, we were waiting for him. When it's bad for him, we'll wait for him. He must be sought and brought to Ghana to answer questions. He must understand that Ghanaians saw how the economy was going. Ghanaians saw how his company has benefited richly from Ghana. Ghanaians saw how contracts that were awarded in this country and money paid to them for work not done without due process. Ghanaians have seen all those documentations. What fear is he entertaining? That they will arrest him? Definitely. If he has committed crime, even if he's sick, we have hospitals in Ghana that attend to sick people who are in prison. So if he comes to Ghana and he wants certain conditions, if he wants, we can provide it. I will ask the health minister, if we have to rent special doctors to come to Ghana and attend to him and we pay them for them to take care of him to answer these questions, let them have it to respect his human right. That one, I wouldn't argue about it. We will respect his human right to get health needs. If we have to bring his doctors here, let's bring them. Or let's do a conference call with his doctors abroad. We have a mission in US. They should go there. Let's do a conference call with them to really ascertain what is wrong with him that he cannot even just come to Ghana. How was he able to come to Ghana in 2021 to take his position from Chebe Sabonsu? And he cannot come this time, at least 1 week, to defend himself of all these defamatory...
He has cancer.
Cancer.
He's going to undergo a surgical operation.
He said he would come in May. He told us he would come in May from his doctor's advice.
Does he control the sickness?
Does he control the sickness?
Does he control his sickness? You are a doctor.
If he knew that...
No, you are a doctor. You should know this.
No. I'm not disputing that.
So I'm surprised.
If he had known that he has cancer, he shouldn't give a definite date. He gave a date. Yes. Like you said, if you said something, do it.
There is something There's something we call force majeure.
Please.
You know that.
You see, these are the technicalities.
No, it's not technicalities. There's something we call force majeure.
These are the technicalities.
There's something we call politicians. You don't know. You may give time. These are technicalities. You don't control it.
You mean he didn't know that he would have cancer?
You never. No. With all respect. With all respect.
Come on, let me learn.
Okay, let him learn. Let him learn.
These are technicalities that we sometimes use, and the Ghanaian public think that politicians are abusing.
It's not technicalities.
Force majeure, force this. I'm sorry, he's sick. But his sickness, cancer, does not prevent you from coming to Ghana just to answer questions and go back.
All right.
We can, even if he wants, special prosecutors should provide a flight, a chartered flight. They bring him, answer your question 2-3 days, get your bail, and go back.
Hey.
What is the problem? Let's not use sickness as an excuse. We saw how some people are pretending to have stroke after they've arrested them to Yoko. When they come out after the hotel, you go and follow him and he's walking normal. You see, this pretense must stop. The damage that this man has done to Ghanaians from these accusations alone, the damage that he has done to Ghanaians is far weightier than what he is begging for. It's far weightier. Look, they were paying communications officers in the Ministry of Information insurance allowances for risk for COVID-19 when doctors and nurses were dying of it and they were not getting money. This is the finance minister who was doing it. And now you are crying that you are sick. These are nurses who are crying they want conditions of service. And they've wasted all these monies. And you are here telling us that we shouldn't beg them, that they should calm down and allow the government to get money and pay them. These are some of the things he has created. If all these monies were properly used, look at the ECG issue. They were coming to stabilize the power sector, to make sure that there's no fluctuation, power is stable. You go and terminate this contract. Come and answer. Now we are having issues of transmission, issues of waste. The amount of power generated, I learned 40% is lost on the way. Who has caused it? He caused it. Because if this contract had gone on and the Chinese had stabilized our transmissions, would we have been having these losses? Prices of electricity would have come down for us to be able to use that money for something else. Come and answer it. This is harm he's doing to us. Medical gadgets are breaking down because of power fluctuations. That is why he can't stay in Ghana to treat his cancer. He should come to Ghana and answer. Or look, me, I don't want them to use that he's sick because I'm a doctor. We shouldn't say that, oh, human rights. Yes, human rights are there. But what he has done is worse than violating people's human rights. It's worse than that. Ken Ofori-Atta has committed crimes and everybody knows. And it is palpably clear. I know by now they are running behind scenes, seeing diplomats, seeing big people to tell Mahama because of his soft heart to cool down. Please, His Excellency, we beg you, this man must be brought home to answer his questions.
I get this sense, before you come in, okay. Kamal, I get the sense that the special prosecutor does not trust Ken. If you listen to Kisei Jabin's body language yesterday, I think it's quite clear that he doesn't trust Ken. He, for some reason, thinks that Ken is making up stories. Yeah. You know, and for me, and that's why you see a certain insistence, you know, he's insisting that he physically shows up.